I know you've had your challenges through the years too, like any
Yes.
other couple. And one of those challenges came with a diagnosis of prostate cancer for you. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Tell me about that day.
That was one of the major challenges, I would say, because it's so funny. The day I discovered it, the doctor called me, and I thought it was after a routine checkup.
Yeah.
I thought he was just calling me to give me the good news.
The good news.
Yeah, about how
never
well
just
I was
call, give
doing
good
and
news.
all, you know. And then when he told me I had prostate cancer, I was quite naturally, anybody who thinks about cancer right away is devastated.
Yeah.
You know, I was there, right away, I'm, you know, I
It's
got
over.
cancer, I'm gonna die, you know. And that's not always the case, you know.
No.
It's, but then I was a little hesitant about telling Marilyn now.
Well, how long have you been married by that time? I mean, you just recently
We've been
celebrated
married-
47 years, but
Right. Let's see. It was in '99. So we had been married 30 years.
Okay.
30
at that
years.
time.
Yeah.
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 And so I said, no, I got to go ahead and tell my wife I got prostate cancer, you know. And so, but anyway, I knew I couldn't hold it off. I had to tell her. She wanted to know what the doctor said.
You're
you
going to
know.
figure this out.
well, why didn't
Yeah.
you want to tell her?
I wanted to tell her I was great.
But why didn't you want to tell her?
Because, you know, nobody wants to tell somebody that they got cancer, you know.
In addition to which,
Right.
I had lost 2 uncles
Wow.
Yeah.
to prostate cancer.
I can.
And Billy had been through that with me.
Okay.
And so now he has to turn around and tell me that he has prostate
Yeah,
cancer.
right.
But the doctor had told him that his PSA level was high.
Okay.
And so they were going to do, you know, further tests
Right,
to
right.
find out. And so I was really, you know, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because I know that, you know, I knew a little bit about prostate cancer, and I knew that if the PSA level was high,
Yeah,
that there
there's
had to be a
danger.
reason for it.
Yeah.
And if he came back and said that it was okay and that he didn't have it, then I would be worrying about, well, maybe you missed it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
the areas that you checked didn't lead you to the right place.
But now when you found
Yeah.
out that it was cancer, how did that affect you since you've had uncles that had the disease?
Yes. Well, the first thing I thought was, I'm going to lose my husband.
Yeah.
And so I thought, oh gosh, you know, you hear cancer, you think death.
Yeah.
And so then it was like the Lord calmed me down, and he placed in my heart, well, cancer doesn't always mean death. It means, you know, you have to move on it. And I knew that when my uncles died, it was because they had not done anything about it. They had
Yeah,
denied it, they had ignored it. And I felt like, well, if Billy has prostate cancer, we're going to move on this
Gonna do something. Make
quickly.
Make sure he takes
Yeah.
care of it.
Exactly.
One of the things about guys from the old school, they just don't want to do anything about
true.
their health.
Yeah.
You know, they can be walking around with it and know it and still won't do anything. You know, it's I don't know what kind of mentality that is,
Yeah.
but it exists.